Hey everyone, this is Jamie, and this is my video response for PE 565, Unit 3. So the prompt pretty much said to refer back to the video for specific references on how you assist others in developing their strengths. So I've been coaching for the last 6 years. I coached water polo in high school. I did club swimming, and now I'm doing YUSA swimming. So 3 different experiences completely, but I've worked with a lot of different individuals from a lot of different backgrounds. And one of the ways that I have watched young athletes grow is by figuring out what makes them motivated is a big part of my how I like to work with children, especially. One of my strengths is developer. So kind of going straight into what this assignment was kind of prompting us to is I like to develop people on their own time, like their own basis. No one person is alike. We may have the same skill set. We may like the same things. We may be in the same career path. We may do the same swimming strokes, but we're not the same. We have 2 different story backgrounds. Even if I was a twin, my story is not going to be the same as my twin's story. And that's really important when a teacher or any individual looking over children or a manager or anything like that, you need to find everybody else's strengths. And in the video, it said, like, the teamwork, like, bring your own strengths to the table, and then that way you'll be motivated to work on your own. You'll be able to use your strengths to make the work better, to be more productive, to grow as a team. Like I said, I'm a developer. I look at my children that I coach, and they all come from different backgrounds. They all have, some have some mental disabilities, like extreme anxiety, ADHD, autism, Down syndrome. ODD was another one that I've learned recently. So you have to learn how do you speak to each person? How do you relate to each person? Another one of my strengths was communication. So I enjoy the challenge of figuring out how to talk to different people, not just on a language barrier sense, but, for kids with ADHD, their energy is going so fast, and sometimes their brain is going so fast too, that you have to teach them how to slow down. But you also have to keep them engaged. So if you work with the 2 different things, you learn how to talk to those 2 different people. One of my children, he feels like he's not fast enough, and he gets really discouraged really easily. And so one of the things that I've learned with him is letting him know, like, hey, you're not all the same. We're working on butterfly. You're not good at butterfly, but we have to practice it. You have to build it up. That goes for the strengths too. We have a gazillion things that we're not good at, but we have several different things, whether it's 5, 4, or 2, that we're really, really good at. Let's bring that to the table. So if you find a coworker who is really good at communications, you may want to put them in that customer service role. If you have someone who's really good at adaptability, you may want to put them in a setting where they're not just in an office environment. They may be working in office. The next day they're on the field. The next day they're working with a client. The next day they're working with the upper management. They're able to flow through everything. You might have someone who's good at beliefs. They have a good, strong moral value. You might want to put them in HR, because HR is where you need to have that really, like, legal stability type of thing. You might have somebody who is good, who's extroverted, and you want to put them in, like, the public, because they have great public speaking. Or you might have somebody who's an introvert. My boyfriend is an introvert. He's definitely that office cubicle type person where that's what he wants to do. That's where he's happiest. He gets a lot of work done. You put him in an environment where there's a lot of people, and he's not going to shut down. He'll have fun, but he's not going to perform at his best. So you, as a manager, you need to be able to find that in others. You need to be able to promote them properly and efficiently. As a coach, you need to be able to strengthen those little strengths, like those little things, learn how to communicate with them, so that way when they get older, whether it's in school or in college, they know how to utilize those strengths. Everybody is different. Another thing in there, it was saying that there's like 2 out of 10 people get to really utilize their strengths, and you have to be that person that does that. You challenge yourself to really go out there and do it. And you can only strengthen your strengths if you're utilizing them for the greater purpose. So if you kind of diminish it, like one of my things is belief. Belief is because I have a really strong moral value. But if I put myself in a setting where, I'm going to question my beliefs and go against those beliefs, or allow to be around people who are going to diminish my moral value, then I'm not going to perform. I'm going to be very hesitant. But if I put myself in an environment where I'm allowed to do that, it's going to strengthen me. So putting yourself in an environment, working for yourself, and doing what makes you happy and what makes you excited will help you help others as well. And I think that was one of the big key things in this video. One of the big things that really helps me understand, like, you have to help yourself in order to help others. And when you do help others, when you figure out yourself and you bring it to the table, like, you know what, we're different. Here are your strengths. Like, let me help you, type of thing. I really look forward to hearing everybody else's responses, and I look forward to reading the responses to my video. Have a good night. Bye.